Your reputation on the web is what gives you authority, and reviews are the fuel for that authority. 85% of people looking for a service or product are going to try to find some type of review or testimonial regarding that service or product first. So let's get into reviews and how to get started when it comes to your business. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys kind of some insight into how to get reviews, which I think is a very important metric now for not only your authority, but also for people and their buying and decision habits on the web. Um, I kind of ignored it for many years, and ultimately, it wasn't until pretty recently that I realized how powerful reviews are for not only your company's reputation moving forward, but for referencing when you have a new potential client or prospect. So um, the primary one that I'm going to be working with right here is your GMB, which I talk about a lot, the Google My Business listing, which is pretty much how you broadcast your company on a local level. If you haven't created an account yet, you can go to google.com/mybusiness and create an account, and you will have your initial listing that you have to fill out just initial information for. So pretty standard here. You will fill out your business name, description, address. You can issue a kind of area in which you don't have an actual address. In other words, I service this area. But I have found that if you don't have a physical address or you don't put one in, you're not going to get even close to the coverage. So I highly recommend adding an address there. Um, and then, of course, you'll get a postcard in a couple of days and go from there. So once you set up your listing, which is your open hours, your number, you want to kind of give your listing just like you would on Facebook or any other social profile, like an alias. So it'd be like facebook.com/your company. That way you're kind of branding it out here, and you can kind of give it out via voice instead of giving someone a crazy number. At your website. This is kind of important. The appointments link. Once you have a kind of call to action on your site that will enable people to request either appointments or some type of a meeting, you can kind of add that link here. The interesting thing about adding this link is if you don't, you will kind of, there's certain elements that will not show up on your listing. You'll notice here you can even go further with it and add all the services you offer, as well as products, your general description, opening date, photos, posts, everything. So you can really baby this listing as much as you want to. And the more you do, honestly, the more I think you're given attention to on the GMB. So if I actually, if we take a look at the anatomy here and I type in, type in web designers, for example, then because I'm pretty close, it should show me up as number one. So this is what I'm talking about, the online appointments. It helps the listing stand out drastically, as well as how many reviews you have. So the more you can add to this kind of profile, the better. You'll just start kind of popping into place. And then when people select the listing, at least on the GMB, they'll be able to go view other stuff like your products, videos, or any other imagery or reviews they want to review here. These are some posts that we do. I found that posts kind of can play a role in how active your profile is as well. When you're in your GMB profile here, if you're just starting out, you definitely want to get reviews from possibly clients you've had in the past. So you can kind of go down to, I think it's actually on the home page now. They moved it over to where you can go down to, yes, share review form. So if you click on this, you can select this and just copy it. And you can use this on all your digital brochures and um, just signatures and stuff like that, so you can request reviews. I suggest making every request for a review very personable. So one thing you can do, whether you have a marketing automation newsletter software such as ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Constant Contact, you can actually create a little kind of automation that will help you get reviews. So if you look at, like, we have an automation here specifically for getting reviews that we can add clients to when we're finished, and also add, you know, people that we've done work in the past for, and they'll get it this email. So to give you kind of an example, we have a automation here that basically will wait 10 minutes, then send the first request email here. That will request a review very nicely. You can also add some possibly useful information in there, not just make it kind of a pitch type of thing. And then if you can say, hey, if they haven't gotten the newsletter, please wait a couple more days, send them another request. And if they haven't gotten that one, send another request. And if they opened it but didn't do anything, you can send them another email basically saying, you know, hey, why'd you forget us? You know, really would appreciate that review per se. And then, you know, finally, when they do when they actually write the review, you can kind of put a, you know, thank you message into play. So that will go out and just thank them for reviewing you, and of course keep them in the loop that way. So you can make this as complicated or as easy as you want, but I suggest kind of building an automation so you can kind of create some type of a process for receiving reviews. And you know, I can't go into detail here, but you can do things like that let you know or give you notifications when someone's kind of responded to a review and things. So other than GMB, you can also request on other networks such as Yelp. I'm not a big fan of Yelp. This is my actual Yelper account. Most of our clients aren't Yelpers, and if you're not a Yelper, you're pretty much, you know, probably not going to show up when you write a review. So I'm kind of about Yelp. It is good to get a couple of good reviews in Yelp because Google specifically really ranks Yelp reviews high. At least they, you know, used to, not as much anymore now that GMB is kind of taking over. So, but, you know, create an account and send some of your, you know, clients here, or, you know, prospects or whatever here, because it will be another authoritative signal. And you can go take it to another level and, of course, set up a Facebook page. And I think everyone should have a LinkedIn profile, even though it's not really as much of a company review page as much as it is kind of outlining how, you know, how skilled you are, and allowing people to kind of you know, review you as an individual. So, you know, if you have an agency or a company, service based mostly, where you want to be endorsed, you can kind of come in here once you set up your profile and request recommendations. And when you request a recommendation, you can search for that person that you want to recommend you. I'll ask Chris for a recommendation, and then select kind of your relationship. And you can create company pages with LinkedIn. However, I don't think LinkedIn is the best choice for a company page. It's just the traffic doesn't seem to flow right there. I mean, unless you're a massive organization where people are really trying to, you know, put things together internally. I haven't had much luck working with our LinkedIn profile page. However, I do get a lot of responses from people trying to communicate with us directly. So um, anyway, I've just said, hi, Chris, would you ask me for it? So I just asked for a recommendation. So over time, this is an authority signal for your company and your website as well, due to the fact that it's referencing not only what you do professionally, but also other resources and endorsements. Okay. Facebook, on the other hand, I have it in dark mode here. Once you set up your account, if you already have, so you can just send people to the your company's name / reviews, and if they're logged in, they can just come down here and write a review for you. I do think that Facebook reviews and recommendations are also really good authority signals. I haven't gotten many of them, but I focus primarily on GMB. But however, I think that we're going to start doing that a lot more in the future. Yeah, so I mean, make a long story short, get out there, get your link, design your design your emails if you want to kind of start attaining reputation and testimonials and reviews. Blue Light Labs offers consultation on reputation management and setting up these accounts so they're automated and um, easy to manage. So feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to help you with your accounts and give you kind of our professional advice on kind of streamlining the process. All right, have a great day, guys.